Hello, I'm Erik. I've invited my friends Greg Talley and Ryan Smith to join me in ingesting fun and bizarre foods. We'd like you to join us too. So come in and open up. It's Junkmouth. Hi, I'm Erik.
I'm Greg.
And I'm Ryan.
We are broadcasting in the Roof Lizard Lounge high atop the Dino Hotel above our restaurant Paleo Joe's in beautiful Lakewood, Colorado near Denver in the Rocky Mountains. So Greg, what did you bring for lunch today?
Oh, we're doing our lunch swap. Well, in my fancy 3-level Mumbai tiffin, I have in the top tier a 12-cheese gourmet macaroni dusted with crushed Fabergé eggs. Now, the cheeses are Roquefort, Camembert, Cotija, Loire Valley Chèvre, Feta, Mozzarella, Emmentaler, a sharp Gloucestershire Cheddar, Gouda, Taleggio, Parmigiano, Reggiano, Manchego, and a Frankfurt am Main Käse mit Musik, which is a cheese so deliciously rancid it makes you emit gas. All of this I took a blowtorch to and melted into a slurry and poured it over pasta, and instead of Ritz crackers, I plumped in for a delicate porcelain jewelry box egg originally crafted for Russian Tsar Nicholas II, which I immediately smashed with a hammer and sprinkled upon said slurry. Now, in the middle tier is a baked haunch of zebra and a demi-glace of orphan tears, and on the bottom level is Turkish delight infused with fennel pollen and a melange spice from the planet Arrakis.
Well, Greg, I'm a little worried about you between the fart cheese, the Fabergé eggs, and the splintered box that there's going to be some shrapnel going on later.
When one is of my socio-economic class, one's constitution must have the fortitude to bear such things.
I hate you so much.
It is class. It is class to shit shards of glass and fancy cheese poo. Thank you.
Okay, let's move on from that one. I think it's time for me to open my Hello Kitty lunchbox.
Ooh.
Hey, don't judge me. You know Hello Kitty is a Japanese icon, and this little lunchbox here has some great food. I've got a bologna and cheddar cheese sandwich with mayonnaise on Wonder Bread. Ooh, and a nice satsuma. And I've got a thermos full of cherry Kool-Aid. And for dessert, I got a little chocolate chip cookie, homemade. So, Ryan, what do you got in that bag of yours there?
I've got an old shoe.
In a used bread bag, no less. Keep it classy, Ryan. Keep it classy.
Okay. I'm glad we've got you on Junkmouth there, Ryan, so we can get you hopefully something a little better.
I'm fine with the shoe.
It's not quite as sad.
All right, well, we're here at Junkmouth, and we'd like to welcome everyone to our Japanese Zen episode. We're just the second podcast joining the Mystery Science Theater 3000 Revival League in forming the new Dino Hotel Entertainment Network of America, or DINA. So, if ingesting this show makes you want to throw something back for a future audience regurgitation segment, you should contact us at email junkmouthpodcast@gmail.com or on Facebook at facebook.com/junkmouth. So, Ryan, I understand we have a third show that's going to be coming to our little group here, and
later in the year. Later in the year, we're going to have a YouTube show called Geeky Drink, which is basically fan communities translated into cocktails and other alcoholic beverages because Greg has a severe drinking problem, and he's looking for a way to coin some money off of that, basically.
The rum lets me feel, Ryan. The lum lets me feel.
And apparently, the lum doesn't let you talk. The lum?
Quiet, you!
Dipshit.
Ryan?
I don't even know why I'm here.
I think...
Just pour me another tot of rum, will ya?
We'll take care of you later, Greg. Just get through the show. So, before we dig into our first course, we need to sing for our supper. So, Greg, load up the reel-to-reel there with that sweet Kevin Murphy jingle and roll the tape.
The next time you travel to Denver, make your journey into one that you'll remember. Don't just sit around and wish when you can have an expedition at the Dino Hotel. Stretch, snarl, growl.
All right. Thank you, Kevin Murphy. Before we dig in, let's lay out our ground rules for our food here. One, we want to try items that are not nationally distributed in the United States. Two, we're looking for foods that are unique or regional, not just something that's a new brand. Three, we're looking for our foods each week to fit a theme, to have fun. That's why we're having our Japanese Zen episode this week. Everything
Boy,
from
are we
Japan.
having fun.
Yeah.
And Zen some.
Good one, Greg.
Fuck you with a cactus, Greg.
Oh, I think I'm really turning Japanese.
You might be.
Do you really think so?
I really think so.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. And last, I had my arm twisted to let these guys have one pass card each week if there's something somebody really just refuses to try. So, this week with our Japanese Zen episode, we're going to start out with some instant miso soup. Ryan, you want to tell us a little about our miso soup here?
Yeah, it's miso soup. That's a traditional Japanese soup. Stock comes from miso paste called dashi. And miso paste, in turn, is made from fermented soybeans. Miso soup is it's got a lot of variety to it. It has a lot of regional and seasonal ingredients, so it can really vary from soup to soup. This is something I have never actually tried, miso soup. So actually, I don't know that I've tried anything on the menu today. So this will be interesting.
I'm a big fan. I like miso soup.
Nobody gives a fuck what you think, Greg.
They do, and they
Okay?
will.
I'm sick and tired of you giving us your opinion as if it matters.
Well, let's just.
I like miso soup too.
Oh, I don't care, Eric. It's Greg I'm angry at. You, I don't think of one way or the other. You do not exist to me as soon as this door opens and I walk out.
Oh, now me so sad.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, why don't we try some soup?
Okay, let's see. And we've cleverly put it in cups that look exactly like the coffee cup, so this isn't going to cause problems later.
No.
No.
What's it smell like to you guys?
Seaweed.
Seaweed,
Yeah.
a little flat, a little seaweed and mushroom, not terrible.
Yeah,
No, but I mean,
I'm
it just
not
smells
sure.
like miso soup. I mean,
it does.
So.
Some little looks like tofu crumbles floating.
It
in
looked
mine.
like yours is mixed a lot better than ours.
Tofu and reconstituted green
Mine is
onion.
the color of bat semen.
And believe me, he has masturbated a lot of bats in his day.
It's for science, Greg.
Keep telling yourself that. You want to try it, guys?
And that's what the hobo told me.
Give it a taste.
Crazy old man Jenkins had you
Okay.
jacking off the bats. Let's have some miso soup.
On that note.
Yeah, it's not bad. No,
It's not bad, but I mean,
nothing.
Ryan,
bland.
little bland. Ryan is picky food person, has things that he likes and dislikes, probably stronger likes and dislikes than either Erik or I. But I mean, I've had miso soup for years. It's great on a cold day. I mean, this is just a classic Instacup miso.
Now, this is never going to replace good old chicken noodle for me, but I mean, it's not bad. I'm not a huge soybean fan. I'm sort of indifferent to them.
And you hate mushrooms.
Yeah, and which is why I was ginger with this, because mushrooms are the devil's vomit.
What I would say, I've had miso soup in a lot of restaurants, and it's usually a little better than this instant. I was kind of curious how well it hold up,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's like almost there, but it just disappoints a little.
It's probably not a fair estimation for my first miso soup to be powdered, that we just mix together. But I don't know. This is about a what do we do out of 5?
Yeah, 5 greasy wrappers.
This is probably like a 2.5 to 3. It's okay. It's not something I'm going to finish, but what I had I didn't hate. It just wasn't. It's sort of just there. It's pretty bland. But once again, that's probably because we're trying and something that came out of a powder package.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with a 3 myself also. I think a good restaurant miso soup's like a 4, so this definitely is a little short.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 4. I'm going to go that high because I'm almost done with mine.
Again, Greg, nobody
It's
cares.
It's a cup of soup. I'm living out of the hotel right now due to my impending divorce. Hi, honey. And so for bachelor chow,
Greg's not bitter at all.
no, not at all. So for bachelor chow, this is quite delicious. This is like maybe the first hot meal I've had in days. I'm mostly running around eating old cigarette butts out of the parking lot. So I find
Which is
this
sad
delightful.
because he actually owns this hotel, so he's not doing that because he has to. He's doing it because he wants to.
Don't judge me, Ryan.
He was eating cigarette butts out of the parking lot long before this, folks. So it's a weird fetish. It's something.
Oh,
Speaking of things that make people happy.
You're not even going to address the assless chaps Greg is wearing right now?
No, I'm just gonna let him be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
We
move right
can
past
move-
that. Huh?
Let's move past the ashless chaps into something that
Although
I like.
you may want to disinfect this bench we're sitting on after we're done with the podcast.
Greg, we're burning this bench after
Okay.
we're done with the podcast.
Okay.
As I say, on to something positive, accentuating the positive. This is my segment where I get to tell you all about one of those great joys in life that just make it great to be alive. This week, I'm talking about kilts. I love kilts. Did you know that kilts are non-bifurcated? I mean, don't we have too many bifurcations in the world already?
It's a skirt, Eric. I mean, skirts are non-bifurcated too.
And kilts
Yeah,
are but hold on, but kilts are a slippery slope to the Scottish. And anything that's a slippery slope to the Scottish, you're only a couple of steps away from haggis. And
That's true.
So I really can't get behind your
not
whole
everything.
kilt rant.
Not everything is bad in Scotland. I mean, come on. Kilts are just one of the many things in Scotland that's better than iron brew.
That's everything in the world.
It was better than iron brew. I mean,
Jesus.
if I want to drink a cup full of rusty nails, I'll just go out to the utility shed behind the hotel.
Saying kilts are better than iron brew is like saying kilts are better than Hitler. I mean, yeah, but that's not really that high a recommendation.
How about the versatility of kilts? I mean, you can wear a fancy kilt with a decorative spore in, or you can go out and do like some grungy work wearing a utility kilt.
Or I could wear pants. Pants, Eric.
I can't. I'm in my assless chaps, so I'm in a glass house right now. I can't judge.
I'm not wearing a utility kilt. If there's anything that needs to be done that requires utility, I want pants, my friend.
But you know who looks good in a utility kilt? A Scottish Batman.
I don't give a...
I like that, Greg. Hey, and you know what? We're not sexist here with kilts either. There are kilts for women too.
Yeah, they're called skirts.
No, true kilts. They wear them especially in lacrosse. They're very athletic fitting.
Oh, beautiful.
Aren't you? Yeah.
No, it's unisex stupidity. I mean, it's very all inclusive. So
I don't care one way or the other about kilts, but I think you're overestimating just how great they are. I mean, I've never seen like a parade with guys marching around in kilts and bagpipes and thought, well, my life is better for that. I thought, well, let me see what's on a channel that's not a fucking parade.
Well, you could something that would be on a channel that's on a parade, the sci-fi series Tin Man, where all the peasants wear kilts.
I don't watch sci-fi series, and if all the peasants wear kilts, wouldn't that say that it's like an instrument of oppression?
Which makes Greg happy. Isn't that wonderful?
yes, got to keep the commoners. Suddenly, I'm all behind this kilt idea.
Yeah. And I know Greg will love this one. The best thing about a kilt, you can go commando, and it's totally cool.
All right, I'm sold.
Oh, fuck both of you.
Well, if you're just going to be that negative, Ryan, why don't we just go move on to your segment and let you get that out?
Okay.
Go ahead.
You
Ryan's reality check right now.
All right, so this is the segment where I talk about whatever I want and set the record straight on
Yes.
stuff, right?
Correct.
Anything, by all means.
All
this
right.
is a free country. We believe that you have a right to express your opinion. So go ahead.
Okay. Abortion.
Whoa!
No.
Ixnay, what the heck, Ryan?
Fine. Inspirational Facebook posts.
That's more like it.
Okay, so I saw this twaddle on Facebook the other day, and I just want to break it down. Here's the quote. This is direct quote. Today in science, we learned that you can never gain cold. You can only have an absence of heat. And it made me think that maybe hatred doesn't exist and there's only an absence of love.
Well, that's sweet.
Oh, fuck you. The correct response to that unmitigated dipshittery is go fuck yourself. Okay? Number one, today in science we learned, really, all of science? Or are you some fuckwitted high schoolers talking about your science class? In that case, double go fuck yourself. Here's an idea. Don't try to pass off musings written by a 14-year-old on the inside of her trapper keeper as some kind of profound wisdom. Guess what, Tiffany? Today in science, I learned that touchy-feely bullshit doesn't equate to hard, remorseless fact. Okay, hate is active. I have an absence of love for, say, Ariana Grande. I don't hate her at all. I just don't think about her. On the other hand, I hate Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. It's an active thing I do. I hate it so much, I expend calories hating it. It takes energy. You can't...
But Ryan...
Fuck off!
No, both our mothers are named Martha. That should count for something.
Fuck off. You can't defeat hate by pretending it's merely an absence of love, you hippy-dippy idiot. Hate is a very real emotion. It's an emotion I'm feeling very strongly right now. And it's directed, well, at Greg, as always, but also at the idiots who come up with saccharine bullshit and try to pass it off as wisdom.
Yeah, but look, if those quotes give someone a little hope, a little inspiration, it gets them through their day, right? I mean, honestly, where's the harm?
People who find inspiration in trivial bullshit like that don't deserve to be inspired, and they sure as shit don't deserve hope. What they deserve is to be smothered by a pillow, so that, like, the oxygen they're wasting can go to nourish more productive brains.
But I kind of like inspirational quotes.
I stand by my opinion. Ryan out.
Oh.
You know what, Greg? I think we might be able to soothe you a little bit with our next segment and move on to our drink.
I just told him that I didn't mind if he got smothered by a pillow and you think some fucking grape soda is going to make him feel better.
Well, it might.
You're as bad as him.
I do like grape soda. I mean, it's my least favorite soda flavor, but I'll still drink it. You know, my standards are low.
Obviously.
But I'm hanging out with you. I gotta back it up. We did the eat section. Ryan, you took a sip of your miso soup, but you immediately put it down. Did you invoke the pass card by taking only one sip, or do we all three have passes?
No, I think we all three have passes.
Yeah,
I didn't invoke a pass card. I ate it.
Tasted it.
I tasted it.
So one parsimonious little sip, and you get to keep your card.
No, I took a decent sized.
Hey, where does
drink.
this hate coming from? I know Ryan can be mean, but
Here's
you
the
don't
thing.
have to give it back.
I'm not being mean. I'm being punctilious.
If I taste it, I've tasted it. I tasted it. It's all right. And it wasn't a parsimonious little sip. It was a decent taste.
All right, you keep guzzling that bat jack off. That's up to you. But why don't we try some of this ramune grape?
Wow, that's a way to lead in there, Greg.
No worries. I like to think of my interactions with you, Ryan, as a very hyper-specific hate crime.
Yes, Greg isn't actually. He doesn't actually hate the LGBT community. He just hates me.
Well, like I said,
specific to me.
It's very hyper-specific.
It's not biphobia. It's just me.
It's ryephobia.
Yeah.
So, first off, it comes with a little purple, the ramune bottle, by the way. It comes with a little purple, not Ryan. Ryan's little purple.
Back the fuck up.
Okay, rewind. Okay,
I will shove this bottle up your ass.
Well, I am wearing the assless chaps, so it's about to get weird in here. No, but
it's about to. You're wearing assless chaps.
Well,
with a camera, we can sell this.
About to left the station hours ago.
Yeah. That little normal choo-choo is way out the tunnel.
Yeah.
So, okay, the grape ramune comes in with a safety seal that we all had to pop open, and then we get a little plastic opener here that we have to pull out of its protective shield, and then that will give us like a little table dimple that just explain what makes ramune unique. I mean, what is this thing that we're doing here, Erik?
I don't know if the ramune is unique, but it's a unique bottle. It's a cod neck bottle.
The cod neck bottle, yes.
Who is that named after?
Hiram Cod from the 19th century. I think he was an English bloke, and we've done a couple ramen sodas on the past. But what it is it's a
Not on this podcast, on
Revival
Revival
League. Yeah,
League,
yeah. We've done 2 ramen on that one, and only one of them was the cod neck bottle. But it has a glass marble stopper suspended in the mouth of the bottle.
The marble's actually sort of pretty. I wish it could
Yeah,
out.
and then the bottle is pinched. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to set the bottle probably on the table or the bench, because it might fizz up and we don't want to wreck our computers. But we're going to take the little plastic table nubbin, push down the bottle, or push down the marble in the bottle, and it'll go clink into the glass pinch stopper, and then we'll be drinking delicious grape ramen, presumably. So count of 3, everybody. 1, 2, 3. All right. Poof. Poof,
That's
poof,
a loud,
poof.
loud opening, that one.
That is. Oh, and the room is immediately suffused with like a grape jelly smell.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
that's
That
strong.
is a strong smell,
That is
yeah.
definitely.
Because the whole room smells like grape.
I wonder
it's
if
not a bad smell. It's
Yeah.
just,
I wonder if it'd be as strong with some of the other weird flavors that I wasn't able to find for this, like the champagne or the chili oil or
ew.
cream
See, the last
stew.
ramen I had was actually pretty...
Cream stew, really?
Ew.
cream stew and
I-
corn pottage. How about that?
So are these like the Melba's Fixins, Lester's Fixins, the Rocket Fizz?
Well, what was the one we had at the Revival League that was actually pretty good?
The melon one? Or
No,
the lychee nut. It was the lychee nut
Okay,
that
yeah,
was
that was really good.
yeah, that was which lychee nut is really popular throughout Pacific Rim and Asia. So it's maybe a exotic flavor for American palates, but not so exotic elsewhere in the world.
So we went with grape.
So
Yeah.
you went with grape
We went with
freaking
grape
soda.
Yeah.
Grape freaking soda.
It
So
smells like a grape Jolly Rancher.
and when you hold it up, it looks like grape jelly. It's that same
Yeah, it
color.
does.
And I haven't even taken a sip of this yet, but I will say this: the carbonation is super strong in ramen, and the little glass marble that's so prettily suspended inside the bottle is absolutely covered in gigantic bubbles from the carbonation. So this is going to be a really fizzy drink.
Can we drink it? I'm thirsty.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
right.
let's go.
Count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Three.
Cheers. Down the hatch. Tastes like grape soda.
Yep, and I'm encountering the
so-
problem that Ramenade has, which is it's not a bad soda, and it's novel to open it with the marble, but the motherfucker gets in your way when you're trying to drink.
It's very
Yeah.
difficult to drink out of the bottle. It's just kind of a weird top on the neck.
I mean, but
Really wide top.
it's a
and-
novelty thing. I mean,
Yeah.
this is their gimmick and marketing gimmick, and this can't be like more efficient or something
Yeah.
and it's not even necessarily ecologically friendly because we've generated a seal top plastic and 2 other nubbins of plastic, to get the marble out of there. So it's got to be
bottles that cannot possibly be refilled. and
Yeah.
used again.
no, unless
In
they go to
Japan,
the
they
rum.
do refill these.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I had
they
no
have
idea.
recycling places where they sell them, and they're definitely reused. So.
So that they're somewhat enlightened about their recycling policy over there, and it's not just throw that shit out the window like the good old U.S. of A.
That said, this is not as good as the Ramenade I had before. The other one on the other podcast.
But this may be, Ryan, if I can interject, this may be like the most American ramen I've ever had. They're usually more exotic flavors like the ones that Erik just listed.
Mhm.
This tastes like a classic grape soda.
I'd say this tastes like a discount grape soda.
I agree. This is a disappointment of a grape soda.
Yeah.
It is weak. It's
Really weak.
overcarbonated, and you don't even get the sweet in the grape much. It tastes like just kind of like a light amount of sugar and carbonated water.
Yeah, it's really, really.
I like it. No, I like
kinda
it
sad.
because
Yeah.
because I like high carbonation. To me, that's a plus, not a minus. I hate low fizz drinks. And the fact that it isn't overly sweet. The reason why I don't care for grape soda usually of the American variety is that it's syrupy. It's overly syrupy.
It can be overpowering, but this is just not there. I mean, this is
Yeah.
like somebody once told someone about a grape, and then somebody whispered that description to this soda. It's like an echo of a suggestion of grape by somebody who's never actually had grape.
I don't know if I've ever agreed with Ryan Moore on anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just as uncomfortable as you are, but it's true. I mean, it's not horrible. It doesn't taste bad. It's just not. It's disappointing. It's not. There's not a lot there. There's not a lot to it.
So it's like Oakland. There's no there.
Yeah.
So what do we think for rating, Ryan?
I'm gonna go maybe a 2.5, maybe. That's sort of a gift. I mean, it's not actively bad, so I don't feel comfortable going too far. But it's not good. It's just there.
Right in the middle of 0 to 5, 2.5. I think I agree.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go slightly higher.
Surprise.
But by a half percentage, I'm going to go with a 3, because on the one hand, I like the carbonation and the lack of syrupy sweetness, but on the other hand, grape sodas are just not my jam, and so I'm not really enthusiastic about it. So 3 greasy wrappers from me.
Fair enough. So Greg, why don't since you're feeling happier now that you have some soda in you, why don't you tell us one of your fun stories?
Yeah, this is my Tales of the Stupid, where I relate interesting factoids to delight and amuse.
So when will that start?
And just hold on to your horses. Did you guys know that most wasabi is not actually wasabi?
I don't
I've
care.
heard that.
I just don't care.
No, wasabi powders are usually paste products that are when you get them in supermarkets, when they come in the little cans that you have to jimmy open the lid. That powder is usually colored horseradish. And this is due to the fact that cultivating real wasabi in agricultural terms is what the Japanese call a real pain in the ass. It is expensive and fiddly and difficult to actually grow wasabi, but when you are in Japan and you can actually get wasabi, it's like ridiculously popular. And I think Nagano Prefecture is usually where you go to get wasabi. It's like, that's something they're known for. I think the largest wasabi farm in the world, which is kind of a tourist attraction, like a nicer version of the Dole Plantation in Oahu, is the Daio Wasabi Farm in Azumino. So, but anyway, that's my wasabi fact, is that little spicy green ball of paste that people eat with their sashimi and their sushi. 9 times out of 10, you're eating colored ground horseradish. So that's my Tales of the Stupid.
Well, thank you, Greg. That I thought that was quite interesting.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. You just don't have very high standards on what's interesting.
Maybe you just don't like to have fun and learn interesting things.
Oh, I love learning interesting things. As far as fun, we're all standing astride a grave, and fun is just a temporary respite from the knowledge that we're all sailing toward entropy. So ultimately pointless. It's best to reflect on the world as it is and not as we would like it to be.
Our lives are so short compared to the end of the entropy of the universe. Why are you worried about it, Ryan?
No, I'm not. I'm talking about entropy as a physical thing, an increase of disorder that's happening all the time, and that includes our own physical breakdown and eventual death. I'm not talking about the heat death of the universe billions of years from now.
But if in the cosmic scale, if we are infinitesimal dust motes,
We are.
of no real consequence, that means the only scale that would really matter is the human scale. So let's have some fucking mochi.
Agreed. Let's go on from eating and drinking, and let's be merry.
I do not approve of that.
I'm 100% behind that.
Yes.
Thank you, Erik, and please do go on.
I will. We have mochi today, which is a Japanese rice cake, usually with a filling inside of it. And in this case, we have the Japanese-style red bean mochi. Red bean paste is made from idzuki beans.
It's a common Asian dessert, and I got to tell you, I mean, I've had this in Hawaii and throughout the Western United States. Not a huge fan, really not. I mean, right off the bat, I can tell you, red bean paste to my Western palate is bland and disgusting.
Oh no, I'm actually a big fan of the red bean paste.
I gotta say, this is a dessert.
Yes, this is a dessert.
So you could have gotten this with like caramel or chocolate or something, and you went with dessert beans.
You can get it strawberry, apricot, coffee.
So
if you're actually
basically-
in Japan, you can get them filled with ice cream.
So basically what you're saying is you can get them filled with stuff that's actually dessert stuff, and you went with red beans.
Red bean is a dessert stuff.
This
Ryan.
is like Vegemite or something like that, in that if you didn't grow up with this and you didn't grow up loving this, you're probably going to hate it. Just like most Europeans hate root beer, because it's outside of their palate, and many Asian countries think cheese and dairy is disgusting. I don't know. I mean, I am very biased against both the texture of mochi
and the Japanese people. We've
yes,
been talking to you about that, Greg. It's just racism straight out.
I'm going to refute that. You know what? For once, I'm going to defend myself. Like I said, my hate crimes are hyper-specific towards you. So,
that is true.
Moving on.
Moving on. Let's open the package here, and let's each take one of these mochi and
they're not
them a
colored.
taste.
I mean, normally mochi are like pink or like green or whatever.
They often color and ice them on the outside. These are just a plain with the red bean inside.
So just describing it, it's like a 6-pack of frozen mochi, and they look a little like a Reese's peanut butter cup, in that they're sitting delicately in a red wax paper crenulated wrapper.
It looks almost like I don't know if it's just a Southern thing, but what I grew up with as a dessert, something called divinity, which is sort of an egg white thing. It looks almost like that, just sort of white and puffy.
Yeah, now the mochi itself is like Ryan. It is white and puffy, and it's just sort of sitting
Fuck
there
you.
in a doughy manner. Just sad and forsaken. But I don't know. I am approaching this with deep trepidation.
I was eager until I saw them. They don't look nearly as good in the actual package as they did on the front of the Yoki and Love package we have.
The photo is a lot more appetizing than the reality, but that's
Yeah.
to be expected with packaged food.
Well, let's grab one out of here. And
All right, we got to
give
pull
these
it
a
out by the
taste.
wrapper and see what. Mine fell out of the wrapper. All right,
see, they're nice and soft,
soft. Just a dough.
covered in I think probably powdered sugar.
Like
or
I said,
cornstarch.
it's like Ryan. It's a doughy nightmare. Let's try
Sounds
it.
very ricey.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3. That is exactly what I expected.
Mm.
Exactly what I expected. I almost invoked a card on this. Almost. I mean, it's barely sweet, the dough part. And then you got a little bit of sweet from the red bean paste, but damn are mochi chewy.
It is. I can't say I'm a big fan of the texture. I really like red bean flavor. I think these taste good, but a definite knock on the texture.
So I see that you have written in our show notes that these are called Daifuku.
Yeah, the red bean version of these. I mean, great luck.
I think it means, Daifuku, you feeding this to us for? I mean, these are disgusting.
No, I mean, I can't say I really like the texture, but if the flavor's good enough, I'm eating away.
I'm going to finish mine for the sake of the podcast, but this is chewy. It is grainy. It's powdery. It is a mouthful of sadness. I'm beginning to feel more like Ryan, and that I am filled with despair and hate towards you, Erik, for even bringing these in. I'm not a fan. I should have invoked my card. I am just... God, it's in my teeth. It's just awful.
Oh, Ryan, what do you think?
I think this is a war crime. This is the worst piece of shit I have ever put in my mouth. Red beans are a dessert food? Are you fucking kidding me? How dare you? How dare you make me do this? This is the worst shit I have ever had. I want to punch you until you stop twitching over this.
And I'll hold them down for you.
It is disgusting. It's like biting into like a baby arm or something. It's got this weird, soft yet stiff texture. It's the red bean paste is just disgusting. And once again, maybe like Greg said, it's a cultural thing. If
It's
you've been
totally
raised
a
with it, you would
cultural
love
thing.
it.
This
But
is a wildly popular dessert.
having not been raised with
Japan.
it since birth, this is horrific. This is horrendous. This is like an assault on my every sense. This, like, not only did it taste bad, I felt pain in my back and like the clouding of my emotions. Every sense was assaulted. This is so bad, I heard it being bad. I didn't just taste it, I heard it being bad. I bit into it, and God said to me, happiness is over. You will never again enjoy a sunny day.
If my
P.S. Fuck you.
if my mouth were Tokyo, this mochi was Godzilla.
This is
It
horrible.
just wrecked my taste buds.
God damn you, Erik.
I know,
Wow,
right?
I'm really blown away. So what?
One.
Four and a half greasy wrappers?
One.
Oh,
What?
okay,
You didn't
here's
go
Four and a
zero.
half is the number of punches I am going to give to your stomach as soon as we turn the microphones off.
I will say this.
And the
and this
only
is
reason,
gonna
just enough to start internal bleeding because you deserve it.
this is gonna shock everyone out there who knows Ryan and me. I'm going to 100% agree with Ryan and rate the same one
Yeah.
lousy greasy wrapper.
One is a gift because we haven't figured out a negative integer rating system yet.
Wow.
God.
We need a
Damn
whole,
you.
We need a whole new system of math to rate this.
And
Now-
I'd like to point out, I took a decent bite of this. I didn't just nibble around the edges.
I ate the whole thing.
You ate the whole thing. I took about, I don't know, almost half, maybe 40% of it in one bite.
Now I am in total disagreement with you on
You're wrong.
these, but I actually liked it. I ate my whole one, and I'll probably eat another one later.
What is wrong with you?
There is nothing
The red
about
bean-
that is ethical.
The red bean flavor to me, I very much enjoyed it. I think that's a good red bean paste. I can't go really, really high because of the texture. I agree with you on that part. So I'm going to go 4.
It's like you're biting into something that's not quite dead yet. The texture is so weird. It gives me the creeps. The taste is horrible, but the texture alone is just like, yeah.
It's more
like I
like,
said,
it's like
like
a
it's
bubble
like-
gum that doesn't hold together. I
No,
mean,
it's
you
like
chew
biting
gum,
into a
don't
baby
you?
arm. I mean, it's
Ah.
like something alive. Because it's this firm yet yielding. It's impossible to describe. You have to experience it. But I urge you not to because you will never sleep again. It's horrible.
It's wonderful. It's delicious. Go
Damn
get
you
some.
to hell. Damn you to hell for making me do this.
I don't know you anymore, Eric. I really don't.
Oh, come on.
Jesus.
I do want to point this out. Love or hate, I finished all 3 of my Japanese, the Eat, Drink, and Be Merry. I finished the miso, I finished the ramune, and I ate the mochi. God help me. So I'm in the clean plate club today.
Well, good for you. I'm not, even if I like something, I'm probably not going to finish it on this thing because I actually do have to eat later as well, like dinner, and I don't want to fill up on whatever the fuck this stuff is.
Well, it was a nice change from cigarette butts.
We all finished all 3. We're 3 for 3. Nobody
Yeah,
used
nobody
pass
took a card. That is true.
We did good
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Had I known, I would have taken a card on this. I was
Yeah.
actually, I was sort of trepidatious about the miso soup. I thought that might be the one I just absolutely hated. But no, it was the dessert. I hated the dessert.
Oh. All right. Before we go out, let's do a quick review. So we had our miso soup. Overall, I think we kind of said, yeah, that's
Decent
okay.
dish. It's all right.
Decent. Don't rush out and go out of your way for it. Maybe if you're in a restaurant, order it.
Yeah, but the
instant
powdered
stuff
stuff
wasn't so great.
Yeah,
It was
all right.
okay. It was just okay.
Yeah.
We had the grape ramune, which I think, very much agreed. If you're going to go have a ramune, go for something other than grape.
There are better flavors out there.
There are.
Yeah.
And this one was I don't think this one even succeeded as a grape soda.
I don't either. We had a little bit of flavor from or a little bit of favor from Greg on that one, and then we had the red bean mochi where these guys hate me now, but
Yeah,
More.
not just now. We
hate you more.
I hate you more.
I didn't hate him before, but this is so bad that I retroactively hate him in the past. The revulsion of this actually broke the space-time continuum, and I am having memories forming that were not there before of me hating Erik, specifically because of this.
Okay, so clearly you want to go out and get yourself some Yuki and Love red bean mochi because it's wonderful.
Ugh.
Yeah, so thank you for joining us on Junkmouth. Until next time, remember, eat, drink, and be merry.
my mouth were Tokyo, this mochi was Godzilla.